Dinosaurs roamed the Earth tens of millions of years ago, yet in recent years, thoughts on dinosaur biology have changed. A new exhibit at South Florida Museum showcases the new tools being used that are shedding new light on the past. Welcome Curator of Education, Samantha Sprague. Hi, thanks for joining us here today.
Absolutely, I'm excited to talk about dinos.
So tell us about the new exhibit. What's going on there?
Sure, so we have the American Museum's Dinosaur DIscoveries exhibit right now through Saturday. So it's the last days of the dinosaur. Come see them before they go extinct. And what's exciting for the second time. Exactly. This is really your last chance.
Yeah.
What did you bring here for us to look at?
So I brought a variety of things that both showcase the fossils of Florida, but also accentuate our little dinosaurs that we finally get to talk about. We didn't have dinosaurs in Florida, so it's a very rare opportunity for us to talk about them. But one of the really cool things about the exhibit is that we have new information about these dinosaurs. We've been discovering their bones for 200 years. But with clever eye and a look for new evidence, we're able to determine new things about them. So for example, we have discovered the Sinorthosaurus dinosaur that has feathers. And there are a few dinosaurs that show feathers. So this is a new direction of understanding in the sense of these ancient creatures that we don't know everything about, but we slowly can piece the puzzles together to get a whole new picture.
Well, I like the fact that Bella has one in pieces down there. Now, did it start out like that, or are you playing, Mr. Trouble?
Together. Is this something that you can do at the? Is there?
Yeah, I kind of gave you the easy route.
Okay.
It's all in one tub there together, but the challenge for kids would be to come in and find the different bones and put them together, so that you can really start to understand how the bodies are structured and how an animal would use its legs, its arms, its tails, all of the body together.
I actually didn't realize that we didn't have any dinosaurs in Florida. So we're
not deep enough, right?
Well, there's kind of a combination of things. So in Florida history, we spent a great deal of time underwater. So we're built of this wonderful limestone, which means that we have marine animals. We have a lot of shells. Over here I have a fossil rib bone of a manatee, which is very old, very dark. That's how you can tell it's a fossil. It doesn't look like a bone at all. And then also that wonderful shark's tooth next to it.
Oh, that's great. Look how big that shark's
So I have a
tooth
question. Would these then have washed up in sand? Is that how they've been found?
Quite possibly. People who go to the beach in Florida, you're looking for seashells, but they often don't realize that they're finding fossils as well, because they will wash out of the sedimentary rock. They will end up on the beach. They'll end up in the rivers when you're canoeing. So by coming to the museum, holding these fossils, playing with them, listening to the way that they sound, if you clink those two together, you realize there are a lot of different ways that you too can discover fossils in your own neighborhood.
Yeah. Is that what would be called a megalodon tooth?
Yes, exactly.
Okay,
Wow, look at you!
All into the megalodon thing.
What's really interesting, we have the celery fields, which is not near the water, but people find these big shark's teeth often out there.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that the entire peninsula of Florida was underwater. And so even deep inland, you can find these fossils.
That's very cool. So what are some other things that kids can do? There's lots of interactive exhibits there, right?
We want to have an opportunity, since the last days of the dinosaur exhibit, we want to have an opportunity for families to come in together and do something. So we have the fossil lab each day from 2 to 4:30, where kids can explore fossils. And I say kids, but everyone who's curious. Here I have a mammoth tooth. This is a juvenile mammoth tooth.
Oh my gosh.
That's been treated so that we can pick it up, so kids can see the difference betwing a fossil that comes straight out of the earth and one that's been treated, so that we can continue to
That's my size.
I mean, that's really big.
And you mentioned feathers as being something new that has been discovered. What does that tell us about dinosaurs and their evolution?
It tells us some really big things. So in the past, we kind of thought of them as being these scaly reptiles, and definitely we have some evidence that some of them were. But to see feathers on them, now we have this really intriguing theory that these dinosaurs evolved into birds. And so birds are, in fact, dinosaurs that are living on Earth today.
Oh, wow. We'll have to think about that the next time we see. Yeah, we had to ponder that one.
I see sandhill cranes. You see these sandhill cranes
everywhere.
And they really very much. They look prehistoric to me. I love
and
them.
They sound
and they do
prehistoric,
sound
actually.
prehistoric. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love how they just cross the road.
They don't care.
And
They don't
expect
care.
you.
They
I think that's a little remnant.
Yeah, they don't care at all.
But it is something very interesting to think about, you know, when we see our modern birds and whatnot, that this is likely where things came from.
Stay
It
curious.
does keep you thinking. I like that.
All right, well, the Dinosaur Discoveries exhibit is at the South Florida Museum through December 31st. For more information, go to southfloridamuseum.org. And up next, Bello has a special surprise for us.
All right.